Now I've got to get started fitting all the cabinet hinges to all them doors that I've just done. Now if you don't have one of these cabinet hinge jigs that you've probably seen me use recently, you need to get one of these. It's just a little plastic moulded thing, but it is exactly where you need to drill the hole. As you can see here, it's already pre-marked out for that size. There is a couple of different sizes, make sure you get the right size, but it saves all the calculations, measurements from the edges and everything. Just puts pinpoint exactly on. Depth, I always find if using the correct portion of it, it's until the portion of it's flush with the material, and that's deep enough. But test and try for yourself. Oh, here's a few I did earlier. Right, now I think we're ready for some painting. Like that, nice and quick. This is the flyover unit which will go over the top of the sink, over the top of the sinks and the wall cupboards. You can see it there with the two wall decor panels which I've made. It's going to have a couple of lights in it as well. And here, roughly, is the kitchen, scattered around the workshop. Generally, all the bits. This is the shelving, part of the shelving unit, the flyover unit there, the wall cupboards and bits and bats everywhere. A total cluster mess. All ready for me now to get on with worktop, which, here we go, the worktop. Now I've made this out of a piece of Grant Westfield multipan. Because it's a black marble formica surface, and being a camper van you don't want to have too much weight, this is only 10mm thick rather than the 30mm thick you get with worktop. So I did this. Once I got everything fitted into place, I can then put a bullnose on, which I made out of bonding several pieces of MDF together, and then a lot of moulding work and painting work, as you will see shortly. But let's just concentrate on what I'm doing here now. Now this did turn out to be a little bit more expensive than expected because I mucked up the first one. Unfortunately, this sink system that I got, sink and hob together, it didn't come with a template for the worktop. So as I normally do with these things, I turned it over, laid it on and drew around it. The trouble is I drew round on the bottom instead of on the top of the piece. I should have done it the other way around. So it wasn't until I got it all cut and I've got it in place and I realised, hang about, luckily before putting the bullnose on it, that I'd done it the wrong way around. But anyway, it gave me a good exact template, which is what I use. Now this is the bullnose, the piece of MDF that I had to shape and make it fit round. Now carefully removing the plastic film, the protective film on the board, before I bond it to the bull nose that I've made. I'm just making sure everything is nice and clean around the edges. And here it is, all sprayed up, glossed and beautiful, ready to be bonded. Hopefully it will fit perfect. Let's wait and see. Now the only thing I'm using to fix it with is a good bathroom silicone, kitchen bathroom silicone, obviously in white. I'll let it ooze out, which will do two jobs. One, it will bond it like nothing else will bond it, if left long enough, at least 24 hours. But the other thing is it will fill up any imperfections between the two joints in the white that I need it to. And it's waterproof, so it should never give me any problem. Once it's all cured, then I'll go down carefully and trim off